guys, welcome back to the Donkey channel, and today we're working on Doc's old fairings with her. In this video, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to repair jacked up fairings like this, and then weld it if you need to, if there's cracks or whatnot. And then after that, we're going to give this bad boy a pretty little paint job. Everybody knows that around here I have some weird fetish with orange. I don't know what it is, but it is what it is. And I gotta have orange in my life. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the Invictus. But when we did the reveal on the paint job for Doc, oh wow, look at that, sex. When we did the reveal on Doc, we didn't actually do all the touch-ups of what we're actually gonna add to the bike. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna recolor these, we're gonna repair these fairings, we're gonna repaint them, and then add modifications on Doc to the frame covers, the calipers, and a few other little touch-ups to really make the bike pop.
Okay, so right now we're looking at Doc's left side fairing. You know, B went down on her left side, so clearly we have some pretty bad scrapes, some rash, you know. So, and being that this is an aftermarket paint job, I mean, we literally have to remove all this paint anyway. But the scratches are gonna call that we use 80 grit sandpaper to make sure that we get this thing banged down to the bare plastic. You see that we also have some decals that were actually clear coated over, which means we can't just hit them with the heat gun and peel them up. We literally have to sandblast these off too. And then we also have a crack at the bottom which occurred when she went down. And we're gonna show you how we're going to plastic weld this and repair this crack damage area as well.
Dang. Okay.
Dealing with this right side, it actually bubbled up and is lifting up off the plastic. You can literally see it separating from the base. That's what these cracks are. And literally, I mean, if I get the screwdriver, you can see it's just chipping up. And that's why the prep process is so important. I mean, you want a paint job that's going to last. So what we have to do in this case, so just like the left side, we have to sand it down to the bare plastic, wet sand it, prime it, you know, go through the full process to make sure that when we paint, it's going to stay, it's going to stick, it's going to last, it's not going to bubble up due to high temperatures because it was improperly prepped before the paint was sprayed on it. We have the 80 grit on the sander. Grit is going to be coarse enough to remove the paint. You don't really need to go any deeper, because if you use too coarse of a sandpaper, now you're risking morphing the actual plastic. At the same time, when you're sanding, you want to do it level. Now what you can kind of see is some of the underlying paint, some of the factory paint. You can see some of that silver and some of that blue. I'm gonna do a little bit more. So as you can see, that's what your bare plastic looks like. On most sport bikes, Japanese bikes in particular, your bare plastic is gonna have that dark grayish to black tone. I believe on Yamahas, they will have a white tone, but in particular the Busa, Suzuki, mostly they have that black tone. You can see the surrounding ring that shows you the different layers of the paint. But this is the ultimate look that you wanna achieve. That's how you know you're down to the bare plastic. So we sanded off all the paint. Now we're ready to weld this crack. This is our V-groove welder. Spare piece of plastic that I used to scrap for the weld. Took off a little chunk. So basically you want to put that in your groove area. We're not gonna need this whole piece, but you're gonna wanna weld it down. Basically want to keep going over the area so that it not only fills the groove, but it melts into the surrounding plastic around it so that it becomes unified. And after we do this front side, we have to flip the piece over and repeat the same process on the inside of the crack. We're going to sand it down smooth, and then we can begin priming. even think so many Hayabusas have the converted tails to Gixxers and the Gen 2 tails. Because these shits look like, they look like fat chick big booties.
Wow. That's not really good considered the fact that I've been called Busa Booty.
No, that's wrong. No.
And I'm obsessed with this new paint job. I absolutely love everything about it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video on how to repair, weld, and sand fairings if you so need it. Thank you again so much for Deucemoto Customs for doing this for me. So if you guys are interested, the original base coat on Doc is a pullover me red mixed with a neon orange, and then it is sprayed over with Geomidas by Did Spay. You guys can see just painting the calipers and putting frame covers on your bike can totally change the look drastically. Doc doesn't even look anything like what he looked like when I first bought him, and he's so extra now. Like me. Hercules. Anyway, now that I have 2 sets of spare fairings, I would really like to give the extra set away to a subscriber. But of course, more information is going to be to follow on that. If I had to choose, honestly, but if I had to make a decision right now, I would totally keep this. I mean, look at that. It's like green and gold and red, and it's so loud and it's so vibrant. So thank you again, Deucemoto Customs, for doing this. All of his information is linked down below. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I can't wait to see you on the next Therapy Thursday. So your girl Donka Donk, pony, get up and ride that pony. Ride that pony. Get up and ride that pony. Hey, is done. Is out. I know, I'm fucking crazy. Bye.